everybody, Kyle Sasser here, and it's everybody's favorite time of the month. That's right, real estate market statistics time. These real estate market statistics are for Pinellas County for August 2025. Now, you're welcome to download a copy of these statistics and follow along, and you'll notice on those stats that it says July 2025. Why is that whenever you're watching this in August? Well, typically we look at real estate statistics by the month and we compare year over year. So we are comparing July 2025 because that is the most recent complete month, and we're comparing that to July 2024. The reason we don't compare month to month is because there's a natural ebb and flow of the real estate cycle throughout the year. Typically, whenever school is starting or wintertime is upon us, things move at slightly different paces and numbers than they do in the summertime or springtime. So we compare year over year, July 2025 versus July 2024, and that gives us a pretty good gauge of what's going on with the market. So if you would like your own copy of these numbers, you can get that at the link down in the description below. Just click there. There will be a link to download this in a beautiful PDF report. All right, let's dive into these Pinellas real estate numbers for August 2025. Total number of closed sales was up 3.9% to 902 closed sales. Cash sales were up 13.6% to 326. Median sales price was down pretty significantly. It's down 7.6% from $475,000 to $439,000. I'll put an asterisk on that, and please watch the analysis before you take that at face value. Average sales price was down 9.5% to $579,631. Median percent of original list price was down 1.9% to 92.2, and median time to contract was up 44.8% to 42 days. Number of new pending sales was up 6.8% to 929, while new listings were up 0.9% to 1,175 homes from 1,164 homes. Active inventory, which is everything that's for sale on the last day of the month, was up 28.2% from 2,976 to 3,814. And foreclosures and short sales, not a lot going on there. Foreclosures was down 66.7%, middle of one. Short sales, there was 3, which is an infinitely more than there was in July 2024 when it was 0. But again, 3 is not having too big of an impact on anything. Now, the interesting thing here is, where does that 439 kind of fall? So last year, July 2024, it was at 475. However, July 2024 was also before Hurricane Helene and Milton had come through. And then it went up to 484. And then Milton came through in December. It went up to 477, but then January dropped to 436 and rebounded to 455 and 460 around May and June. And then now it's down to 439. So, median sales price is definitely whipping around a little bit more. And most of that is simply due to the storm damage, which again, asterisk, and I'll cover some of that in the analysis. So we'll see if there's anything interesting in breaking these down by the price points. So 150 to 200,000, there was twice as many homes sold in July 2025 than there was in July 2024, total of 24. 300 to 400,000 was up 14% to 245. So yeah, things are, sales are definitely doing pretty good. Million or more is the only one that's down significantly. It's down 25.8% to 89. Median time to contract also up across the board. It's basically hanging around 30 to 40 days on market. 600 to a million. It's a bit of an exception to that. It's up at 51 days, a 75.9% increase. New listings by price, again, that 150 to 200 mark is up 242% to 24. Again, asterisk storm damage. And then inventory, again, 200 to 250 is up 266%, 88 homes. 150 to 200,000 is up 107% to 27. 300 to 400,000 is up 43% to 696. So those are the market statistics for Pinellas County for August 2025. What's the analysis here on these Pinellas County numbers? Well, basically kind of the story it's been since I first noticed the trend a few months after the hurricanes, which was triggered by anecdotally having a number of people call me after the hurricanes. And they weren't calling me to sell, they were calling me to buy. So I was like, hey, this is a little different than usual. Basically, there are 2 markets in Pinellas County currently. There are all the flood damaged homes, which are out along the coast. A lot of these are torn out to 4 feet. And in those areas, homes are sitting around for a lot longer on the market. A lot of people can't buy those homes because you cannot get a conventional loan or a flood damaged house. And prices are down significantly in those areas because you can't buy it with a conventional loan, and they're not livable. However, if you remove those flood damaged areas from the market statistics and you solely look at the mainland that was not significantly flood damaged, other than, you know, some here and there from Milton, if you look at those areas, prices are holding extremely well, and some areas are actually up. Not a lot, but some of those areas are up compared to this time last year. Which, if you would have told me, hey, there's 2 hurricanes coming through, there's going to be widespread flooding, what's the market going to do? I would tell you the market's going to take a beating. But in reality, that's not what I'm actually seeing. Now, again, these are countywide market statistics, so these do not have that fine-grained, you know, detail. But I go into the MLS, I exclude all the flood damaged areas, I look at the stats for those, and then I reverse that, and I look at the interior mainland of the county that was not significantly flood damaged, and then I compare the same time frames, July 2024 versus July 2025, and that's holding. The additional evidence I have of that is Hillsborough County and Pinellas County tend to follow each other in the same trajectories, up and down. You know, Pinellas County does usually swing, the amplitude is a little bit higher in Pinellas County for the slowdowns and the peaks, but they both generally kind of follow the same. What I had also noticed with that is Hillsborough County has held within a $15,000 price band for 18 months, despite having 2 storms also come through Tampa. Now, Hillsborough County doesn't have as much flood exposure as St. Pete does, but generally speaking, you expect Hillsborough County and Pinellas County to kind of follow. So then when I saw Hillsborough County was holding, but Pinellas County had, you know, taken some hits, that's when I dived a little bit deeper and I found that dividing line in the Pinellas County market. Now, eventually, as Pinellas County's flood damage recovers, I know that I have listed a couple flood damaged homes already, and I have gotten extremely good prices for those. As the area recovers, prices tend to recover to normal. Obviously, very damaged areas will take a little bit longer to return the debt to that level. By and large, even though the numbers in the Pinellas County market stats this month don't look that great, actual conditions on the ground tends to be better than these numbers suggest. So that's not me being optimistic. You know, that's me looking at the stats, slicing the data to see what exactly is going on so that I can give my clients accurate information. Now, fingers crossed, we don't have any more storms, you know, hopefully we can have a 4, 5, 6, 10-year stretch here where there's no major storms coming through the Tampa Bay area. Give the area time to fully recover and things level off considerably. But currently, most of these numbers in Pinellas County, you have to put an asterisk on it and you have to dive a little bit deeper than just looking at this, just be like, oh, median sales price is down 40,000. That's terrible. It's a great time to buy a house. Like, no, what'll happen is you go to put an offer in on a house that you can actually live in, that's in good shape, and you're going to get outbid because there's another 1 or 2 offers on that house. I haven't been getting outbid, but I have been running into situations where there is 1 or 2 other offers. Those are the Pinellas County stats for August 2025. So thank you so much for watching these Pinellas County stats. My name is Kyle Sasser. If you're looking for your own amazing home in the Tampa Bay area, I would love to help you out. You can reach me at 727-300-2111. And I also have a link to my calendar in the description down below. You can book a chat at the time that works best for you down there. If you have any questions or comments, you can also leave that in the description down below. If you want to see where I split the market like that and you can see the difference between the flood damaged homes and the non-flood damaged mainlands, leave me a comment. I mean, I'll be happy to do it. I just need to know that it would be useful to actually see it. But again, love to help you find your own home in the area. You know, it's nice. The positive comments that I get on these videos definitely help me to sit down here and make them every month. So thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Kyle Sasser, and I'll talk to you soon.